Before that, I was like, Usyk wins the rematch. Probably not even close. It's another win for Usyk. But now, actually listening to him and listening to his mindset.
Now you feel like he's trying. Now
Oleksandr Usyk has created a lot of excitement in the boxing world with his latest training videos. Many boxing experts now see him as the favorite to win the upcoming fight, and some are even worried for Tyson Fury, also known as the Gypsy King. Usyk's footwork, athleticism, and body movements, his biggest strengths, seem to have improved even more based on his new training sessions. Some boxing professionals who previously supported Tyson Fury are now changing their minds after seeing Usyk's progress. Former British heavyweight champion David Price shared his thoughts with Seconds Out. He believes the rematch will end the same way as the first fight, with Usyk winning on points. Price praised Usyk's ability to step up when things get tough, saying it would take something truly extraordinary to defeat him. According to Price, Usyk always finds a way to succeed in difficult fights, just as he did in his match against Derek Chisora.
I just always feel like Usyk's got like a little bit of extra in the reserves, no matter who he fights, whether it's Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. He just seems to be able to pull that little bit more out of the tank than whoever he's...
Usyk has a unique ability to find that extra edge, even when his opponents are performing at their best, as Anthony Joshua did in their second fight. Former British heavyweight champion David Price, who once beat Tyson Fury as an amateur and nearly fought him as a pro, used the first Usyk-Fury fight as a prime example. Fury had some success in the middle rounds, but Usyk turned things around, bloodying Fury's nose in the 8th round and leaving him badly hurt in the 9th.
And I think the fact that he beat him in the first fight, has given him another boost.
The upcoming rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury has the boxing world buzzing with predictions and concerns. Usyk, known for his ability to dig deep and find a way to win, will face Fury once more on December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Their first clash in May saw Usyk claim victory by split decision, handing Fury his first professional loss. At 37, Usyk became the first since Lennox Lewis to unify the division's titles by taking Fury's WBC crown, though he later gave up the IBF belt, now held by Daniel Dubois, to prioritize the rematch. David Price, a former British heavyweight champion who once defeated Fury as an amateur, believes Usyk's mental toughness will be key again. He highlighted how Usyk has a knack for finding another level when under pressure, referencing how Usyk bloodied Fury's nose and hurt him badly in the 9th round of their first fight. According to Price, Fury has always been known as the man who finds a way to win, but against Usyk, another master of perseverance, he fell short. Price expects a similar outcome in the rematch. Fabio Wardley, the British and Commonwealth heavyweight champion who has sparred with both fighters, also predicts a repeat of Usyk's victory. He praised Usyk's focused mindset, saying, "He goes into every fight with narrow focus, straight on target, on point, not missing a beat." While he acknowledged Fury might claim his camp wasn't ideal, Wardley believes Usyk's mental sharpness will once again give him the edge. Meanwhile, Fury's physical condition has sparked debate among fans and analysts. Fury recently posted a training update on Instagram with a caption, "Working my ass off to regain the championship," but his appearance raised concerns. Some fans commented that he looks old and like he's 47, with others pointing out that his history of fluctuating weight may have taken a toll on his body. One fan wrote, "Doesn't look near as good as the previous fight, and he lost that, so I'm worried." Others noted that, on paper, Fury still has a size advantage, but it remains to be seen if he can make it count in the ring. With just weeks to go, both fighters are in the final stages of preparation. Usyk boasts a perfect 22-0 record, while Fury stands at 34 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. As anticipation builds for December 21st, the question remains, can Fury reclaim his title, or will Usyk once again prove to be the man who always finds a way to win?
Make it count.
More focused and a little bit more smart to get the victory. As it would seem, my rematch.
His physical condition has been blunt, with some fans and experts expressing serious doubts about his readiness for the rematch against Oleksandr Usyk. One fan remarked, "Fury has never been the body beautiful type of fighter, but I have to say he looks awful here. I can see Usyk, whose fitness is never in doubt, stopping Fury this time." This sentiment echoes growing concerns that Fury's fluctuating weight over the years may have taken a toll on his physical form. World-class trainer Shane McGuigan is also backing Usyk to win. McGuigan explained why he believes Usyk is the man to hand Fury his second career loss, stating, "I'm leaning towards Usyk winning in the later rounds and holding form. I think it will be quite even down the stretch, but I see Usyk picking up rounds with his activity late on in the fight." His prediction aligns with the views of other boxing analysts who emphasize Usyk's stamina, sharp movement, and relentless pace as key factors that could give him the edge. With Usyk's fitness never in question and Fury facing doubts about his physical condition, the December 21st rematch in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, is shaping up to be a clash of styles, strategy, and endurance. Fans and experts alike are split on whether Fury can reclaim his crown or if Usyk will once again prove to be the more determined fighter in the later rounds.
Have I had to push before? On recent form, Usyk. Ooh. But size, strength, how he can sap him. No one sapped him yet. Derek Chisora was the closest person to sort of like physically impose himself, and he did that early, and then Usyk adjusted. So
When asked about the kind of fight to expect in the Usyk versus Fury rematch, trainer Shane McGuigan gave a detailed analysis. He believes both fighters have enough power to knock each other out, but more importantly, they have enough power to keep each other honest and earn each other's respect. This dynamic, according to McGuigan, will likely shape Fury's strategy. Fury's going to try to long-arm him and slow the pace down as much as possible, McGuigan explained. He'll put his arm out, use his size, and try to stand over the top of Usyk. This approach would allow Fury to control the distance and limit Usyk's movement, which has been one of the Ukrainians' greatest strengths. However, McGuigan expects Usyk to adapt as the fight progresses. It might take Usyk a few rounds to really fire off, but once he learns how to create angles, go to the body, and fire off shots, it could turn into a volume game, he said. In this scenario, Usyk's work rate and higher tempo would give him the advantage. McGuigan doesn't see Fury being able to match Usyk's output, saying, "There's no way Fury can maintain an output to keep up with Usyk. He just doesn't do that." McGuigan's insight reflects a common prediction from boxing analysts, that Fury will try to slow the fight down and impose his size, while Usyk will use movement, angles, and a high punch volume to overwhelm Fury in the later rounds. This strategy battle is expected to be one of the key storylines on December 21st when the two heavyweight giants meet again in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Usyk, he just doesn't do that. He's a slickster. I think they've done the right decision to sort of take some weight off him, because you're going to have to match him for footwork and speed. And I think it's a really exciting fight. I'm really, really excited about it. I don't think it's going to be one of them ones where it's like we walk away from it being like, oh, so Gatti Ward. But from a skill aspect, I'm really excited.
From a purist point of view, yeah. Prediction?
Also,
when asked about how Oleksandr Usyk could secure a victory against Tyson Fury, trainer Shane McGuigan offered a clear strategy. He emphasized that Usyk should avoid relying on single, big punches. Instead, McGuigan advised Usyk to throw 2 or 3 quick shots at a time to open Fury up, rather than trying to land one big power punch. Lots of head movement, get underneath him, create lots of head movement, and shoot your legs in, McGuigan explained. He stressed the importance of not letting Fury lean on Usyk or use his size to wear him down. Usyk, according to McGuigan, must stay mobile, slip around Fury, and use his inside skills to avoid being pinned. He's very good at those little tricks on the inside, McGuigan added. Rather than going for a knockout, Usyk should aim to maintain a high punch output, forcing Fury to fight at a pace that is uncomfortable for him. Force Fury to fight at an unrealistic pace, McGuigan suggested, noting that Fury's natural style is to slow down the fight, get into a rhythm, and stay in his comfort zone. To counter this, Usyk should rely on lots of feints, lots of movement, and firing off from angles, McGuigan said. He believes that, out of the two fighters, Usyk has the stamina and endurance to sustain this level of activity for a longer period of time. This, McGuigan argues, is why Usyk will likely make a close points decision if he sticks to this strategy. McGuigan's analysis highlights the tactical chess match expected in the December 21st rematch. While Fury will aim to use his size, strength, and experience to slow the fight down, Usyk will rely on his superior movement, punch volume, and endurance to force Fury into a faster-paced, uncomfortable battle.
Usyk's so clever. He's just nudging off the line. He can take it to you, then he'll drop back, or he'll take a side, constantly changing the angles. And for a guy that doesn't throw combat...
When asked which fighter he would rather train, Shane McGuigan chose Oleksandr Usyk over Tyson Fury. He explained that, based on where both men are in their careers, Usyk would be the more appealing choice. Fury has a great chance in the fight, McGuigan admitted, but I think only until the Francis Ngannou fight. Everyone thought he was going to win it. The unexpected struggle Fury faced against Ngannou raised doubts about his sharpness, whereas Usyk remains a fresher, more technically sound athlete. McGuigan elaborated on the differences in their skill sets, making an interesting comparison. If you boiled Usyk down into a middleweight, he'd be a very effective middleweight, he explained. But if you boiled Tyson Fury into a middleweight, with his style and lack of power per weight, he wouldn't be as effective at another weight. This was a nod to Usyk's well-rounded technical ability, footwork, and versatility, which McGuigan believes would allow him to succeed in any weight class. In contrast, Fury's size and physical presence are key to his success as a heavyweight, but those advantages wouldn't translate well to smaller divisions. For McGuigan, this versatility and adaptability are what make Usyk a more exciting fighter to work with. It also reflects a broader belief that Usyk's technical skills, movement, and ability to adapt mid-fight give him the edge in the upcoming rematch. As December 21st draws closer, McGuigan's insights further fuel the growing narrative that Usyk may once again outwork Fury to claim another victory.
And it's going to be one of them where, like, he might win a couple of rounds, and he might win them quite big because he might maul him and land a few shots. But once again, you've got a guy that's nimble, that's athletically still really, really there. Usyk, and I think he'll be able to get his wind and
Fury's significant size advantage in mind, Oleksandr Usyk is adjusting his training camp to prepare for the challenge. Usyk has even hinted that he might come into the fight slightly heavier than usual. Speaking on the overlap, Usyk said, "There will be changes in the strategy for the fight, but I'll continue to prepare in the same way." He highlighted his focus on key training methods, including swimming, running, and, of course, boxing. The decision to come in heavier could be a strategic move to better handle Fury's attempts to lean on him and use his weight to wear him down. While Usyk is known for his agility, speed, and movement, adding weight may give him more physical strength to compete in the clinches and resist Fury's attempts to control the fight with size and pressure. This approach reflects Usyk's reputation as a highly adaptable fighter. By tailoring his strategy and physical preparation to the unique demands of fighting Fury, Usyk aims to neutralize one of Fury's biggest weapons, his size. Fans and analysts will be watching closely to see if this adjustment gives Usyk the extra edge needed to secure another victory on December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
once again, you've got a guy that's nimble, that's athletically still really, really there. Usyk, and I think he'll be able to get his wind and nick it on points.
Oleksandr Usyk is tailoring his training camp to meet the unique challenge posed by Tyson Fury's size, height, and unorthodox style. Usyk acknowledged that Fury is a different kind of opponent compared to Anthony Joshua, calling him more audacious with a distinct boxing style. As a result, Usyk is making changes to his preparation, including the possibility of coming into the fight at a heavier weight to better handle Fury's physicality. There will be new workouts because Fury is slightly different, Usyk explained. He is big and tall, so his combinations and boxing style will be different. There won't be any less work to do. If anything, there will be more of it. Usyk emphasized that he plans to gain the necessary weight to do my job properly, signaling that he's preparing for the added physicality that comes with facing a larger, heavier opponent like Fury. Usyk's training regime is already regarded as one of the toughest in the sport, even by elite boxing standards. His approach includes a mix of intense swimming, running, and rigorous boxing drills. The added workload in preparation for Fury reflects Usyk's commitment to making sure no aspect of Fury's size, power, or awkward movement catches him off guard. The adjustments to his strategy and physique indicate that Usyk is taking every possible measure to ensure he can match Fury's size advantage while still maintaining his trademark speed, agility, and stamina. As December 21st approaches, Usyk's focus and preparation could be key factors in what many expect to be a highly technical and physically demanding rematch.
Happy New Year. I missed birthday, my son. I missed...
Clip 10. Alexander Usyk's intense training regimen reflects his commitment to being fully prepared for his rematch with Tyson Fury. His daily schedule is grueling, with 3 training sessions on most days and only 1 rest day per week. The day starts at 5 a.m. with a cardio workout, which could include running, cycling, or other endurance-based activities. At 12 p.m., Usyk shifts to his second workout of the day. If this session takes place in a swimming pool, he swims at least 2 kilometers, a testament to his focus on cardiovascular endurance and overall fitness. The final training session is at 6 p.m., where the intensity ramps up. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Usyk holds sparring sessions, which are critical for refining his timing, strategy, and defensive skills. On Saturdays, he focuses on long-distance running, covering 10, 15, or 20 kilometers, depending on the session's goal. Sunday is his only day off, which Usyk dedicates to rest, prayer, and attending church, a reflection of his strong faith and mental discipline. This relentless schedule has drawn admiration from boxing experts and former champions. Tony Bellew, a former boxing world champion who once faced Usyk in the ring, is confident that Usyk will secure another victory in the rematch with Tyson Fury. Bellew, who has first-hand experience with Usyk's skill and conditioning, believes Usyk's physical preparation, mental toughness, and unique fighting style will be too much for Fury to handle. With the rematch set for December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Usyk's methodical approach to training could be the key to overcoming Fury's size and unpredictable style. Fans and analysts alike are closely watching his preparations, knowing that his endurance, speed, and strategic mindset have already proven effective.
He can win, mate. He could land a freaky punch. Anything can happen. But if I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No. I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose.
Fight. Clip 11. Alexander Usyk made history in May when he defeated Tyson Fury to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the world since Lennox Lewis in 1999. The 37-year-old secured a hard-fought split decision victory after an epic battle at Kingdom Marina. The official scorecards were close: 115 to 112 Usyk, 114 to 113 Fury, and 114 to 113 Usyk, underscoring the competitive nature of the fight. The rematch between Usyk and Fury is now confirmed for December 21st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as confirmed by His Excellency Turki Alek. This highly anticipated event will give Fury a chance to reclaim his heavyweight titles, while Usyk looks to prove his dominance in the division. One person closely watching the rematch is Tony Bellew, who famously fought Usyk for the undisputed cruiserweight crown in 2018. Bellew, then 41, lost to Usyk by 8th-round knockout in a fight that showcased Usyk's power and skill. Now, with his wealth of experience, Bellew is confident that Usyk will again come out on top in his second fight against Fury. While Tyson Fury remains confident he can win the rematch against Alexander Usyk, Tony Bellew has a different outlook. When asked by IFL TV if Fury can win, Bellew acknowledged that anything can happen in boxing, saying, "Of course he can win. He could land a freaky punch. Anything can happen." However, Bellew is clear on his prediction, adding, "If I'm being totally honest, do I think he'll win? No. I think he'll lose again, and this time I think he'll lose really, really clearly." Bellew explained that in the first fight, Fury was forced to press the action and walk Usyk down, despite Usyk being the smaller fighter at 6 feet 3 inches and around 200 pounds compared to Fury's towering 6 feet 9 inches and 20 stone frame. He walked him down and bullied him, Bellew said. emphasizing that Fury's physical dominance was limited by Usyk's speed, movement, and ability to dictate the pace. Looking ahead to the rematch, Bellew believes Usyk will fight even more strategically, staying on the back foot. That is the worst nightmare for Tyson Fury because that's one thing he can't control, Bellew stated. He explained that when Usyk fights to his strengths and uses his attributes, particularly his defensive skills and ability to move, he is a much tougher opponent. Imagine what he does when he fights to his best because his best is fighting on the back foot. For Bellew, this is the key to Usyk's victory in the rematch.
I think he'll lose again. And this time, I think he'll lose really close.
Usyk became the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the world since Lennox Lewis in 1999, when he defeated Fury back in May. The 37-year-old secured a tight split decision win on the judges' scorecards after an epic battle at Kingdom Arena. The official score totals read 115, 112 Usyk, 114, 113 Fury, and 113 Usyk. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh confirmed that the rematch between Usyk and Fury is being planned for the 21st of December in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Bellew famously fought Usyk for the undisputed cruiserweight crown in 2018. The 41-year-old went on to lose to the Ukrainian via 8th round KO.
Anthony for Tyson Fury, because that's one that he can't control. You've got to understand, Cougs, he pressed the whole fight. He walked the 6'9".
Tony Bellew, who fought Oleksandr Usyk for the undisputed cruiserweight crown in 2018, has a deep understanding of what it takes to beat Usyk. He explains that anyone who studies Usyk's style closely will know that to defeat him, you need to bring him to you, meaning you must draw him into exchanges while also being able to counter, feint, and sharpshoot effectively. Bellew says, you've got to be able to box with him, offset him, and continuously do all these things round after round. However, Bellew acknowledges that even though it is possible to beat Usyk, it is incredibly difficult, especially for the heavyweights like Tyson Fury. He admits that during his fight with Usyk, he struggled to maintain the necessary pace. I couldn't do it because guess what? I got tired. I was messed up after 6 or 7 rounds of doing it, Bellew confessed. For Bellew, the key challenge is that it takes exceptional endurance to consistently outbox Usyk for 12 rounds. Ultimately, Bellew believes that while it is theoretically possible to defeat Usyk, it requires a fighter who has the stamina and skill to keep up with him over the entire fight. It's going to take a special guy to do that over 12 rounds, he said. Unfortunately for heavyweights like Fury, Bellew argues, they lack the engine to stick with Usyk for the full duration of a fight.
With people is always ends up one way. You always end up knocking them out in the rematch. Whoever I've faced more than once has been knocked out in the rematch. So
Joshua has shared his thoughts on the highly anticipated rematch between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, and like Tony Bellew, he believes Usyk will come out on top once again. In an interview with Queensberry Promotions, Joshua predicted that the fight would be tough early on, but that Usyk would eventually edge out Fury for the win. I think it's going to be a tough fight early on, and then I feel like Usyk will edge it again, Joshua said. Joshua went on to praise Usyk's skills, calling him a class operator. He believes Usyk's ability and experience make him one of the best in the world, which is why he feels confident in his prediction. He's a class operator, and I feel like Usyk is one of the best out there. That's why I think he'll win, Joshua explained. Joshua also recalled correctly predicting that Usyk would defeat Fury in their first fight back in May. Usyk emerged victorious by split decision, claiming all 4 world heavyweight titles, solidifying his place among the best.
He walked him down and bullied him. Imagine what he does when he fights to his attributes and fights to his best, because his best is fighting on the back foot.
As the December 21st rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk approaches, many are concerned about Fury's chances, with some even considering him the underdog. A major factor in this is the damage Fury sustained earlier this year, particularly in the dramatic 9th round of their first fight, where he was badly hurt and knocked down. Speaking to Casino.org, former heavyweight champion Frank Bruno admitted that he believes Fury will fall short against Usyk once again. Bruno reflected on the first fight, calling it close until Fury was knocked down in round 9. He acknowledged that while Usyk is 37 years old, which is older than Fury, Usyk lives the life, meaning he takes care of his body and maintains his discipline. Bruno emphasized that it's not just the fighter's age, but the miles on the clock that matter. This could be crucial, as Usyk's ability to stay in peak condition over time has made him a formidable opponent, while Fury's fluctuating form and history of taking damage might work against him in the rematch.
Bye. Anthony Joshua. How are you, mate, first of all?
All is well, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm all right.
As the rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk approaches, there are many factors influencing predictions. Frank Bruno believes Fury has more miles on the clock after 3 tough battles with Deontay Wilder and a knockdown against Francis Ngannou. Bruno predicts Usyk will win again, likely by points, though he acknowledges that a late stoppage is possible if Fury becomes more aggressive, as he has suggested. Fury has stated that he should have won their first fight and that he will not be making any drastic changes to his tactics for the rematch. However, some changes are inevitable, as Usyk will only be competing for 3 of the 4 major belts after the IBF stripped him of one of his titles. Fury, in particular, is expected to adopt a more aggressive approach this time and has promised his fans a knockout. Fury's coach, Andy Lee, revealed that Fury was unable to spar properly before their first fight due to a cut above his right eye, which might have affected his preparation. According to Lee, fights are won and lost in the ring, but also in training and preparation. Lee also reflected on the first fight, calling it close and suggesting that a draw was a fair result, but he had no issues with Usyk's win. The rearranged fight date due to Fury's injury meant he couldn't spar properly, which could make a significant difference in their upcoming encounter. Clip 17.
Well, yeah.
Andy Lee believes that Fury's inability to spar properly before their first fight due to his injury affected his conditioning and sharpness. This took away from Fury's ability to concentrate, stay focused, and sustain his attacks. When Fury did have success in the fight, he would often need to ease off and back away to regain his energy before continuing, which allowed Usyk to push forward and take advantage of the situation. If Fury wins the rematch, he insists that they will need to fight a third time to truly determine who the best is, as the first fight was so close and competitive. A third fight would help settle the debate and prove who really reigns supreme in the heavyweight division.
Yeah?
If Oleksandr Usyk wins the rematch against Tyson Fury, his manager has stated that the only remaining fight for Usyk would be a rematch with newly crowned IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois. When asked if they would set up a fight with Dubois if Usyk beats Fury, Usyk's manager confirmed, saying, "Absolutely," adding, "I don't think anyone else is left in the heavyweight division right now." Usyk's manager went on to say that Daniel Dubois is the IBF champion and that after the rematch on December 21st, the battle would decide who the king of the heavyweight division truly is. That wraps up the latest updates, and for more news, moments, events, and action in the boxing world, be sure to subscribe to their YouTube channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date with quality content like this. Until next time, peace out.